Hey, what's going down, folks? It's your boy C23 back on the sticks once again with some more Madden 15 Ultimate Team for you guys. And I just realized that I posted a couple of gameplay videos without really giving you a proper introduction to my squad. So we're going to go on ahead and knock that out right now in the mini-series debut of the Season of Doom. Now, at quarterback, obviously, I got to go with Peyton, number 18. He's just the man at QB. I got Eddie Lacy at running back. Team of the Week Megatron in the slot. Alshon Jeffrey, final edition at wide receiver 1, followed by Julio Jones at wide receiver 2. Jay Samaro at tight end. Then my O-line, we got Whitworth, Yonda, Pouncey, Allen, and Jake Matthews to round it out. Now, moving on to the defensive side of the ball, there's a couple of guys you might recognize on this squad. I got the J.J. Watt Most Feared edition, Mean Joe Green, and Dominican Sue. I got Wilkerson playing out of position at right end, so that's kind of an experiment, but we'll see how that goes. For my secondary, we got Darrell Revis, Richard Sherman, and Slay, followed by Adrian Wilson and Kendrick Lewis. And I actually got a tip to hold on to the Adrian Wilson card because I really was about to put him up for auction, but my subscriber came through and was like, yo, C23, hold on to that card. You're going to need a playmaking safety. And that's exactly what I did, and he's been holding it down so far. Moving on to the linebackers, I got Keekly, Collins, and Smith just to round out the group. Now, folks, this is not a finished product. The squad is still a work in progress, but I don't think it's that bad. I think I did okay, especially when you consider the fact that I'm putting this squad together on a bit of a budget, and I'm also just now starting to play MUT this late in the game cycle. I know there's going to be another Madden coming out in about 3 or 4 months, so I don't think it's that bad of a job. What do you guys think? Drop me a comment below and let me know what you think. Anyway, let's dive into some gameplay. Now, it's week 1 of the season. Check out what happens. I get a message saying the connection to your peer has been lost and I can't complete the game. Now, I'm guessing that had to do with his connection because I ended up getting a win anyway, so we're keeping it moving. But I noticed in that first game that Richard Sherman was getting burned a lot, so I experimented a little bit by throwing Deion Sanders in there. Deion is not quite as good as far as the attributes go, but I decided to give him a shot anyway just to see what happens. So the first play of this game, I come out and make a horrible play, a horrible read. I throw it away on my first play of the game. That's not the way that we wanted to start. But my opponent's looking to take advantage of it, completing a pass on first down, bringing up a 2nd and 5. So on 2nd and 5, he tries to scramble with Joe Montana. Not really sure what that's about. J.J. Watt puts it into that. On 3rd and 12, he runs the screen to Marshawn Lynch, and we're in the backfield for that, so we stop that play for no gain. On 4th down, he attempts a long field goal, and it's just short, so we'll take that. The interception doesn't come back to bite us. So on my next drive, I come out and I try to be a little bit more accurate. I put the ball right on Julio's hands, and he dropped it. Next play, I'm dropping back, looking downfield and connect with Alshon Jeffrey, who makes the catch for the first down. 1st and 10, I give it to Lacy. He goes up the gut, gains about 5 on the play, bringing up a 2nd and 4. I feed it to Lacy yet again. Lacy do his thing out there, folks, keeping it moving. Now in the red zone, we kind of just give away an opportunity here because anytime I'm in the red zone, I'm always looking to capitalize and put up 7. I'm not sure where I'm going with that pass, but it brings up a 3rd and 10. I try to go with the screen, but he's all over it. There's just defensive pressure in my face as soon as I snap the ball, so I got to settle for 3 on the drive. With points being at a premium, I know you have to take the points, but I really hate settling for 3. On the next play of my opponent, he decides to test my Deion Sanders, and Prime just got beat. Now, mind you, the only reason Prime is in the game is because my Richard Sherman was getting beat in the last game, so that's something to keep an eye on. Now, with my opponent in the red zone, we're going to have to rely on our defense more than ever as he tries to hit his fullback, but we're right there in coverage. 2nd and 7, he drops back, and he tries to run yet again with Joe Montana. And if memory serves me right, Joe wasn't the most athletic dude on the planet, so running with Joe might not be the option, but yet he's still going to try. So we end up holding him to 3 on the drive. The defense steps up yet again. Unfortunately, we do nothing with our offensive possession and giving him the ball right back. He hands it off to Marshawn Lynch and gets all kinds of blocking downfield. It was just a perfect play called for my defense. That's all I could chalk it up to, folks. So now I got to respond. I'm already down 7, so I hit Calvin Johnson. He makes the catch in the middle of the zone with the clock winding down in the 2nd quarter with 25 seconds to go. I hit DeAnthony Thomas in the flat, who catches it and fumbles the ball out of bounds. Fortunately, with 23 seconds to go, I take the snap under center and hit my tight end Amaro, who makes the catch just shy of the 20-yard line. Ultimately, we settle for a field goal yet again as the clock expires going into halftime. Now, moving things into the 3rd quarter, my opponent tries to get the run game going. That gets shut down. Marshawn Lynch gets no gain. But on the next play, Look at how bad Dion gets burned. You know, I just had to go to the roster menu and make that substitution. There is no way I'm going to allow Dion to get burned. If I'm going to get beat, if my corners are going to get beat, they're going to be the best corners that I have. I'm not going to play a subpar corner and just allow my opponent to just take advantage of that every opportunity. So I make the sub. But it's not all on my defense, though. My offense needs to step up and put up some points. So I hit my tight end over the middle, moving the chains, bringing up a 1st and 10. I go play action, and I go with the deep ball. Alshon Jeffrey's in perfect position to catch it in stride for the easy score. Kind of beat my opponent at his own game. He wants to go deep, I go deep. Next play, I got to go for 2 just to even the score up. So now we're in pretty decent shape, only down 3 with tons of game left. He goes ground, hands the ball off to Marshawn. Next play, he tries to do the exact same thing. I end up stuffing that one, bringing up a 3rd and 2 situation. He just continues to try to run. Maybe he's trying to milk the clock. I don't know. But either way, my defense is stepping up, making plays. So on 4th and 7, he hurries everybody back to the line. I don't know what he's doing, so I just man up and I send the house. I just send one more guy than his offensive line can block, and we come away with the sack. So after the sack, we're in the red zone. I got to be aggressive. I hit Julio on the slant, followed by a run by Lacey. Now, I'm not sure how he didn't score on that play, but on the very next play, I give it right back to him, and he gets the job done. So my squad is back in the lead, but my opponent still has work to do. He hands the ball off to Lynch. He's already in the red zone with a minute to go in the game. He drops back looking downfield, throws in the double coverage. The pass is incomplete, bringing up a 3rd and 5. He takes the snap under shotgun, throws in the coverage again. Kuechly's there with the pass breakup. So on 4th and 5, my opponent throws to the only open man on the field, and that's his tight end. I give him credit for that. But if you rewind the play, you can look and see that I bring my free safety down to give support, and I ended up bailing on the play because I thought my man would get beat deep, and I wanted to be back there to help. But anyway, he converts and ends up scoring on the drive. So there really isn't much time left for me to work in this one, folks. We have 19 seconds to go. All we need is about another 40 yards and we'll be in field goal range. So on 1st down, I come out and I try to force it in the coverage to hit Julio, but the pick is dropped. That could have been the game. So on 2nd and 10, I hit Calvin Johnson, who makes the catch at the 45. Bringing up a 3rd and 1 with 10 seconds to go, I hit the slant to Jeffrey. We're moving the chains. We just crossed the 50. Immediately, I call a timeout. So with 7 seconds to go, I come out in the shotgun 3 wide, and I need somebody to make a play. I take the snap, drop back, throw it to Julio one-on-one for the game. Julio goes up, makes the play in traffic, and we end up stealing this one at the end, at the buzzer. You can't draw it up any better than that, folks. We take the W 28-24 in a game that honestly could have gone either way, but this has to be the play of the game. Peyton Manning taking the snap in shotgun, looking downfield. He sees the one-on-one coverage. He just lets it go. And Julio, look at the focus. Look at the concentration. His eyes are on the ball the entire way. As the ball descends, he jumps up and makes the play despite Culliver being there, despite all the contact. Julio still makes the play in traffic and ends up walking out of here with the game-winning score, folks. What a crazy game. But anyways, folks, that's all the time I got in this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm signing off, and I'll see you in the next one.